Our next question is, if I have a fetish, does that mean I'm kinky? What is the difference in a fetish and a kink? So you're wanting to know what that difference is. You've already identified that you have a fetish, and when we think about a fetish, we typically think about an object or an item that brings on or that causes sexual arousal that's not necessarily thought about in a sexual way. For an example, one of the most common fetishes are a foot fetish or a high heel fetish. These are objects that we don't obviously relate to sexual. However, it can bring sexual arousal for people to have a fetish. And with fetishes, that desire and to have it play into the sexual arousal sometimes becomes a necessity. And for some people, they require that fetish in order to maintain a sexual arousal. When you think of kink is a very vague term. Think about it as an activity, a behavior, a situation, an item that is erotic. But it's not necessarily there for sexual activity. It's not required for sexual activity, but it's found to be erotic. Another way that you can think of kink as, some people label themselves as kinky. That means they're into sexual, let's say, experimentation, or they may be into BDSM, or they may be into other dynamics sexually that is outside, let's just say, the typical norm of behavior. And this label is helpful when people are meeting, when people are in groups, or when people introduce themselves into other communities. So some people use this label. Most importantly, I would encourage you to not get hung up on terms and language. Don't feel that you have to fit into a label or that you have to identify yourself any sort of way. What matters most is that you know what you enjoy, you know what brings you sexual arousal, you know what helps you feel connected, and that you're able, when necessary, to talk about that with someone you're in a relationship with, if that is the case, or that you feel comfortable enough solo to be able to find what is arousal for you and what makes you happy. So I hope this helps in seeing some of the differences between the two. Thank you.